This week's economic update is presented by Augusta Business Daily and TAB, the Alternative Board.
Big economic development news this week alongside Coach Dave. I'm Neil Gordon with ABD, and ABD Extra is all about growth and also job recruitment and job retention. And both of those seem to fit well with what's going on in Grovetown.
Yes. A longtime tenant in Horizon South Parkway is breaking ground on new space up there. Palmetto Industries, founded in 1994, is expanding. And I think the big news here also is they're going to be hiring, so it's a great opportunity for people. There's going to be a couple of phases. Maybe they're even going to hire about 40 to 50 additional employees planned out. So
that's just great.
Just a great, exciting to see this company that is growing here locally, has been here since 1994. Just great news.
Outstanding. And sometimes on the other end, things tend to go south, and what was once Three Chicks Boutique, it's still Three Chicks Boutique, but what was once Three Chicks was down to one chick, and she's decided to retire in Surrey Center. Now, retail statistics have actually been really good for local businesses, not so much the big boxes. So this is one of the first ones closing, and it's a retirement. So it's understandable. She's older, and June 24th is the last day they're going to have markdowns. So for you, for Coach Dave, for your wife, or any of the female business folks that watch us, a lot of clothing, a lot of jewelry, a lot of accessories, a lot of knickknacks. Cool. It's a boutique, which is really good. So we wish her the best, retiring after 12 years, and her customers have appreciated her. CSRA TAB put together an interesting article this past week on exceeding customer expectations, and I wanted to turn to you and ask, is that more important than ever, and how do you actually go above and beyond?
Well, yeah, the interesting thing is that one of the reasons why we wanted to focus on this today is that I think throughout the pandemic, we as customers, we were all willing to accept, I don't know if it was subpar, but we were okay with, that maybe they couldn't get supplies, this or that.
Shorthanded.
Whatever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different things that we were able to, let's say, tolerate during the pandemic with customer service. But what I was talking about here is the interesting thing is customer satisfaction is at an all-time low. And we're now post-pandemic, and I think that businesses should refocus, maybe go back to the basics a little bit on customer service. Zappos founder Tony, he had a great quote here. It says, customer service shouldn't be a department, it should be the entire company. Because
you go in and it says guest services, right? When you're at the retailer.
Right. And so, going back to, how can we exceed customer expectations? I think we should just go back to the basics a little bit. And so we talked about three things. Of course, hiring the right people. That's always top of the list. Culture, we've talked about that. But be a fantastic listener to your customers. Make customers feel valued. Apologize and make it right. Just a couple of things that you can do. And I think as a business, if you just refocus on the basics, maybe check out how well you're doing, maybe do some surveys and get back on track. We had a slight disappointment at our business expo with one of our vendors, with 45 vendors and different size tables and tablecloths. Invariably something may go amiss. So they were the one left over with an 8-foot table and a 6-foot tablecloth, and we didn't have so we got the folks at SRP Park to give us 2 round tablecloths, and we kind of matched it, but they were so appreciative. Right. That was what was great. Classic example. Just do what you can do. People will understand that maybe it wasn't perfect in the beginning. And I think another thing to remember is that when customers are actually complaining, that's an opportunity for you to go above and beyond and really impress them and make them a loyal customer. The ones that aren't complaining, that's the ones you need to find out about. They're probably the really angry ones.
Don't poke the bear, right? Coach Dave, thank you. Great tips again. And please, if you'd like to read about how to exceed customer expectations, in the comment section of the YouTube video is the link to the article. We will see you next Monday.
This week's economic update is presented by Augusta Business Daily and TAB, the Alternative Board. To learn how TAB can help your business, visit tabcsra.com.